Hi, it's Peggy. Welcome back to my channel from the Pearl Forest. And today it's hide and seek time. And we're excited as can be. And we can't wait for this fun time. So we'll get ready right now to do some hide and seek. This is the one that we did last time for our first hide and seek. It was a grassy field. Here's somebody out looking around to seek. We have individual flowers, and inside they bloom open. There's all kinds of journaling space, and oh, look who's hiding in here. One of Tim Holt's tiny people. So you can look back at this one to see how we made it. On the back, I've started the next one. It's going to be a scene with some fall leaves and a squirrel on a tree stump. So I already glued a couple of them down. This is a collaged background of some craft wrapping paper. I've actually printed these leaves from some that I've picked up in the yard, and I've mounted them, or I printed them actually on this craft paper. I've scored them down the main seam line so that they can fold. So I've prepared some of those that we will use for our hiding spots. And, whoops, I was going to keep these together, but I did not. And I have some papers to go with them. To use with them. Now, probably it's this one that goes there, but we'll verify that. So we have our tree stump and our squirrel and a couple leaves, and then we'll put some more out here with some journaling space. And we have some possible hiding friends. So put this all in view here, and let's see what we can make for our secret journaling space and our hide and seek. Okay, let's kind of lay them out how we might like them to go as a possibility. Let's see what I've done with these for the hidden journaling spots, because we were a little limited on what we could do, but I've made all this, which is a fair amount of journaling spot, and that it can go inside of this leaf. I think, maybe just barely. This one might need to be trimmed just a tad to be hidden in there. So all that takes is a little bit of scissors to make it just a little bit smaller. There we go. Now we have some fun scrap. Let's see if we can pocket that in there. That's one. And then this one here, we can put this, I think we'll take this little piece here off from the folding here. And let's see whether it's going to fit in here. This one will fit in there. And we have this leaf, and I've made this little one that should go in there. Now you may think, well, how are we going to keep these in there? But I have an idea for that. And I can't decide, should I make them pockets, or should I just glue them on, where you just put them back and close them down? So it would be hidden under here, and you would just pull it out. I think I might try that. What if we try that with the first one, and if it doesn't work out, we can do another one differently. So I couldn't try it ahead of time because then I wouldn't have the supplies to use for this. And this is a 12 by 12 scrapbook page for like photo albums. But you could use any size page, and you might just have one leaf on your page, or you might have more, or you might have something other than a leaf on your page. And if it goes over a little bit, that's actually, I think, kind of nice. This one kind of went over because it brings the design all the way out to the edge and makes it more relatable. And see how this leaf here is bent? In real life, that's how it is. I actually have them sitting here. This isn't the one, no, this is this one here. So these are real leaves, and you can see I just put them on my printer and printed them out. So I cut off the stems because I didn't want them for this project. Okay, now we're going to have a way to keep this down, which will be really important when we add this on here. So if you're going to write, you want to be able to pull it out and write on it, and you can write on there too. So that actually adds a lot of journaling, which is nice because you want to get in as much as you can. And when somebody first looks at the page, they're just going to say, oh, that's a cute page. But they're not going to know that it's hidden journaling. Hence the hide and seek. It's hidden. So we'll get this in here where you can't see it. Close this all up. And the idea is, the reason I went on the seam because it would look more natural. The idea then is to put something here that holds it down. And I picked the ones that were skinnier to be holders. I think to begin with, I'm just going to put it down with the spine, so I have the flexibility of the next one. So this will just look like some leaves laying down in here. How we might want to just lay it in here. So see, it will hold this down to the page. Okay, let's try this one. And this one. We'll keep them up at the top here. Maybe this one up here. This one looks very similar to that. So maybe this one is a little different. I don't know. This one has a nice bent leaf. I think it just looks nice if they just are, you know, kind of cascading in here. And overlapping a little bit, as long as they don't overlap our flap. And the more we press that down, the more it'll stay. And the more I glue this down, it'll stay. Like for instance, I can come in here now and glue that. I just don't want to glue higher than this because I want that to go under there. Maybe I glue up there like that, and then I can just tuck this, oops, under like that, and that holds it down. Maybe it would have been better if I held two of these parts. So maybe I'll have another leaf. Maybe I'll divide it between two. Maybe it would be good to put this one up here. I can put this down. Leave that to maybe go under something else. Let's see, well, so it's just a fun way to make some hidden journaling and some interesting designs on your page. We have Mr. Squirrel here on his stand, or his trunk. Let's see, we'll put that down here. They're just floating down out of the trees, at least in my mind they are. So we want this to, we want this to hold this down. I guess it's only going to be holding that leaf, so a different one will hold that leaf. So let's glue this side. So you having a good creative day? Are you ready for our 2025 challenge to sort it out and use it up? I'm excited about it. One of the things I'm sorting out and using up is, whoops, I'm gonna be careful to not block our pocket thing here, is to use up these scrapbook papers because they're just going to waste. I could leave a place where you could tuck something else just in there, like on the outside. Do I have anything? I don't know. Well, here, like this, you can just tuck something. But I was kind of going for more hidden. Let's see, what can we do with this one? Is this the one that fits here? Now that kind of barely fits too, so let's trim it just down a hair. And we want it to go out that way, so we'll put some glue on this end. For a school project once, I wrote a poem about fall and leaves. I had a bunch of creative poems and stuff that have gone missing over the years, so I don't have it. But I like looking at the leaves down on the ground. Okay, so this will need to be held down by this one, and means we'll glue it, oops, here, not the tip. So it'll go under there. Hope these are sturdy enough to hold them down. Now I do have them just as one heavy copier paper. They maybe would have been better in cardstock, at least the holding down ones. I think I'm not going to leave an additional tuck spots here, but that is an option that people could do. I could put some more leaves on to hold things down. I'm going to need to hold this down some more. How far up does this go? This goes up to here. So maybe we whoops. That's not good. I just dropped my glue down my shirt. from experience, I know that's not a good thing because it doesn't come out of fabric very well. It glues fabric well. Okay, so put this over here. Whoops, come back here. Okay, so that holds that one down. And I'm gonna open it on this side, so I think I can glue the rest of this side down. Okay, this one definitely needs, for some reason it seems bigger here. It needs something here. And then this one, is it too big? No, that'll work fine. So we'll glue it on. I might have to quickly print a couple more leaves, but the printer is right behind me, so that's not much of a problem, if you can bear with me. Okay, we'll tuck all of that in there. And we do have this leaf, so it might be okay. That's held down there. This we can just glue down there. So this is our tuck, this is our tuck, and this is our tuck. So I think we can just glue this one completely down. You could have put a tuck just behind all of these, and they could just have things sticking in them. I chose to make them, just some of them that, and kind of leaves falling down in the scenery. All right, so to hold this down, could we hold it down with just one? I think so. So what if we glue from here, not that one, let's see, get this one, hoping I'm getting it on the right ones. Leave this one open for a tuck spot for right now. And I want this one to go off the page. So we'll glue these down. And I can put a little glue right there to hold it down a little tighter. There goes our boom booms. Guess what night it is? I tell the dog those are boom booms so he doesn't get too afraid. So I'm filming this on New Year's Eve. All right, so that'll hold that one down. Now to fix this, we have this leaf that I'm just gonna tuck off the edge of the page here, like it's just out of the picture some. I don't think it'll be on that, but we'll do it anyway. So this is the part that's doesn't have glue. So I'm going to get it down low enough that we're not going to get glue on our leaf. So we can tuck these under and we can put them back. Come on, get back in there. There we go. So let's just trim this back off. And I think we mostly have it done. Possibly this would like to have a little more holding it down here. These are pretty much down. Should we scan another leaf or two? Kind of maybe an orangey one. Let's see. Oops, sorry, that was really loud. The lid of my printer. Let me just pop over here for a second and throw a couple light colored leaves on the printer. Since I think a light colored one would be best. We'll throw 3 of them on here and see how they look. Copy, color, copy. I've had these leaves sitting here pressed, actually in my scanner of my printer for a while so they would be flattened nicely. I had to take them out to print the other day. While that's printing, we can finish figuring out what we want to do. Who's going to hide? Do we have room to hide this guy? Or, oops, he's already hiding down in here. Let me grab that. Oh, I printed this on regular paper. It's not as sturdy. I might have to fix that. So we have this guy. We have this lady. She might prove to be too big. And then we have this dog. So we'll figure out which one we want to hide and which of these leaves we might want in here. I kind of like this color. Let's see. I wish I'd put this on something a little sturdier than this thin bond paper. Wasn't thinking that through very well. What if I put it, that's cardstock. Do I want cardstock? These aren't cardstock, but well, I could just make them extra thick like the other ones were by putting it on some coffee dyed paper. So let's just cut it a little smaller so I don't use quite as much coffee dyed paper. Make sure I get all the way out to the edges. Sometimes you have to fix things when you're making something. They don't quite come out as you planned. And this is one of those. So I'll quickly fussy cut out this leaf. And like I said, I just cut off the stems. One, you can't really cut them out. They're kind of like butterfly antenna. They're just too thin and skinny generally to be able to cut out. Having it on the same paper would have been a little better, but this works out okay. I might just take the Distress ink to the edge to make sure I don't have any white showing. And this double paper layer is going to make it thick enough. Be sure and give me a thumbs up and comments if you want. I'd love to hear what you think of my various series. For instance, today with the hide and seek and other ones that we're doing, what you'd like to see. If you're on private, then you can't comment, and maybe you don't want to. See, this is folded on the edge here, so it's kind of a little different. If you subscribe, then sometimes more people will find it, or if you share it. I think maybe somebody must have shared mine, or else the algorithm decided to just give me a gift or of sending you, or a gift for you to come see. I hope you enjoy what you see, and if you do, maybe you'll subscribe so that you'll know when I do other things. This coming year, I have lots of things planned. Don't really have a shortage of ideas. Going to do a lot of sorting it out and using it up. That's our challenge for the year. By the end of the year, we'll see how much we can accomplish. So I have a lot I need to get rid of. Okay, this will actually make our little squirrel stand out more color-wise. We want this to stay down, so we want to make sure that we can, oops, sorry about you. We can make sure that we have a good tuck spot for that. That's kind of nice where that is. And this goes under to here. So if I make sure I go below that, I can glue the rest of this leaf on. Maybe sometime I'll hide my poem about fall leaves in here as some journaling. Okay, Mr. Squirrel, here's our leaf. And make sure we're not covering up where that needs to be able to tuck that down. Maybe just a little further out to make it a closer spot for that. And this one, didn't glue that, did we? Oh, come on. There we go. Maybe we'll do this little tip up here so that, and you just have to tuck it in there. And we can put a little closer dot here. And can't really put much more here. Okay, I don't want to glue, well, actually I might have to glue in. So who do we want to seek? I guess she could be out here seeking. That might be nice. Wonder if I could cut the paper out between her two legs. Do a little snip here. These are really not the best scissors for fussy cutting little things. My better ones, I think, are out in the living room. Well, I'm trying to save these for fabric, so I really hate to do this, but I'm not sure how I'm getting in here without little scissors. These are my Tim Holtz little scissors, and I'm saving those for fabric, but I think this little snip will be okay. Those big ones just won't reach in here. I have some cutter bees somewhere for fussy cutting, but my house is easy to lose things. I have a lot of work to do to undo that, but that's what our 2025 challenge is about. Let's see what kind of treasures we can find along the way. Okay, let's see, we have just a little bit more over on this side to trim. I think that probably, well, maybe just a little smidge more on this leg. Okay, I think she's a good seeker. She looks like she's walking around seeking. Where should we hide whoever else is hiding? I kind of think the dog would be fun to hide. He could be fun another time. And she kind of, you know, is nice and bright. And we can see her. And it's fun that she looks smaller scale than all of these. So here's our 3 hiding spots that we know of. So let's see, could he hide in here? Well, actually, he could. Almost. Let's see. Not quite. Could almost hide in there. Put this one back down. Could he hide in here? Oh, I think he could hide in there. So I think that's where we'll put him. So each time we'll have somebody seeking and somewhere hiding. Hidden journaling. So we have one here, we have one here, we have one here, and they pull out and we have all this room to write on, plus the back of this leaf. You just fold it all up and tuck it back down like this. Whoops, come on, under there. And this one under here. And that holds our journaling. So, do you think we have 3 nice journaling spots for this? Do you think that's a good amount for this page? Or do you think that you would want more? Look at this hidden journaling. We have all these papers, front and backs, that you can write on. So how's that for some more hidden journaling in our tree stump? So that's another place that we can hide journaling. So here's our page. We'll see what she can find when she's seeking in our hide and seek time. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you had fun. I have fun kind of in this art journal style and kind of whimsical fun, but also making some hidden journaling spots that you can hopefully use creatively to put in your own journals. Thank you very much for joining me. It's Peggy from the Pearl Forest, and I look forward to many more times with you in 2025 and beyond. And hope you have a fun, creative, and loving day. Take care. Bye.